Okay, welcome back. We're getting ready to start another mission. Here's 1. There's 2. And 3. Now, I sort of already set up for a particular mission in mind, but depending on what tiles we draw, that may change. All right, so we got this. A gate. And a nebula. Interesting. Okay, so this Tigress gate, we can get an easy victory point with that. The ruins of Drelmoth are archaeological stuff. Interesting. Okay, so the one I was going to shoot for was definitely not... Well, this is the only one I'm looking for, right? If we have an ability to trade cubes on the first round, I would go for that one. And there's a particular ship that lets you, I would need to be able to sell cubes. So can't go for this one yet. The titles one, like I said, it's going to be a crapshoot. Same with the missions. I actually think the missions one's going to be tough. That mission deck, since it's gotten larger and larger with the expansion packs, it's actually a lot harder to do. But we're going to destroy the Scoundrel, Merchant, and Enforcer at least once each. And then from here on out, if we ever destroy an NPC ship, we can get an extra fame point or double the money reward. So that's what we're going to do. It's time. We took all the upgrades for that. Why not, right? So I think the way I'm going to track it is I'll just put a damage cube on the particular NPC once it's blown up. Bear in mind that the Merchant and the Enforcer are actually quite hard to take down. Also, we're going to have to score a lot of points through other means. Destroying the Scoundrel is 1 point. The Merchant is 1 point. And then the Enforcer is 2. We are going to carry a bounty. And then the sellsword actually gives 2, but we're never going to kill the sellsword because we're not attacking it. I guess technically we could. I would rather have it on my side though. All right, these tiles are sort of crappy to start the game with. There's Kemplar. There's Loth. Okay, I just tried to shuffle them best that I could. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 off the top. And we take these and mix them in. All right, so I'm thinking if I want to be able to kill these things, I'm going to be an outlaw. There's no outlaw planets on the board for us. So we're going to have to be a little diligent here, and I think that I need to be very careful about when to use my my ability to block damage and to block shields. I think I'm going to go after the Scoundrel first, and because going after the Scoundrel does not give me bounty points until I've attacked somebody who's neutral. We could go after but nobody's out yet. So in the meantime, it's just about scoring points. So I'm going to put a gate pretty close to the kiln. And then the other ones, I mean, these exploration tokens always are helpful. So let's try to just keep those nearby. And when I show you my ship situation, I actually don't even have room to excavate. So I'm going to put this way out here on the edge, largely because of that situation. Although the exploration tile was probably still worth trying to get. But I'll just scan elsewhere. Okay, so here's the thing with having warfare in this game. You only have 4 arm markers. So if you use 2 of them on your shields, you're only going to have 2 left for missiles and other things. Missiles can only be activated once. Blasters, maybe more than once. Let me go check. Blasters can be activated twice. I don't have a blaster, so here's what I purchased. And I got my engine, which I always have. I have a shield, which we're going to need. And I bought a missile, which has a range of 2 through 6. So if I'm 2 spaces away, I can use the missile. And it rolls a D8. And then I have this thing called the Piercer. So it's going to pierce armor. And so whatever armor they roll, I'm going to be able to subtract 4 from it. And I put that next to the missile, so the missile will do piercing damage. I do not have a blaster. I only had 4,000 money, and that was how I spent it. And the reason I didn't get a blaster is, like I told you, I can only use 4 armed tokens. So if I'm spending an armed token on a missile and another one on a blaster, I still got to use one on the engine. I mean, you see what I mean? It gets very, very tricky. So there's my impulse of 3, and I picked Easy Tiger. For 1 energy, I can reroll any die. So if I don't like the results, I can reroll a die and hope for better, as long as I have the energy to do so. In the beginning game here, I'm just trying to score points, and there's no NPCs yet on the board. I can't destroy the kiln. I don't think I would want to. All right, I get to start on a spawn space. So there's 2 of them out there, and I'm going to spawn on the one that's by the waypoint, or I'm sorry, the Tigris Gate. And let me find my ship. It's going to be a little yellow ship here. If I remember correctly, it might be orange. Nope, it's brown. Okay, so we're going to spawn here. I will get a point for using the Tigris Gate. And I'm trying to consider, you know, can I get a point, or should I run out to the ruins of Drelnoth here and get that progress or that exploration token? There's no harm in it. Obviously, I want to do some scanning. There's lots of stuff I want to do. But let's activate an engine and see what I get. So 2 plus 3 is 5. I don't have a GTS, so I'm only moving 5 spaces. And I can go on here and not go through it. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and sure enough, I'm stuck. So I'm going to use my impulse, which lets me move 3, and I'm going to go 1, 2, like that, and I got a mission. So let's see. This one is deliver to Kemplar 2. So I'm going to keep that one. And then, yes, I'm going to spend 2 energy, or I'm going to get out an arrow here. And it's this guy with an exploration token there. And then this one will do the shuffleboard. And it's Outpost 338. And wherever that shuffleboard symbol is, like that. All right. So next, we're going to do another engine. And I rolled a 5. So we're going 8. So I can try to go into Vortex Nebula, but I think I'm going to go through the gate. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and then we're going to roll a d20. I rolled a 15, so it means I'm going to pop out right there. There's an 8, there's a 12 off the camera, and there's a 14 over there. So you always go up first and then down. So we scored a victory point for that. That's the whole point of me doing that. We scored a victory point, and we get to draw an event. I did not shuffle. All right. All planetary shields are deactivated. Planetary shield rolls are ignored. And this is for 3 turns. Well, we don't even have a planet on the board. Okay, so that was 2 movement, but I'm going to spend another energy. I'm down to 5. And we're going to reveal the circle here. And there it is. There's Kemplar. Okay, so I want to go in there and get that exploration token before I get a bounty on me. And the NPCs technically don't spawn until after my turn's over, so we'll do it then so we don't get confused. But I'm going to activate my 3rd engine here. And I got a 4. Now remember, the planetary borders are down because of the event, so I can just go 1, 2, 3, 4 and get this, which is, oh, hold on. That 4 is actually a 7, right? Yes. And so I'm going to go 5, 6, 7 and end up on the mission. All right, so this is another delivery mission, but I already have one, so I can't do anything about it. But I am going to deliver this because I finished my turn on the delivery mission. So I'm going to get $1,000 and another point. And what this was a captain mission. They're really hard to show. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to flip this over like this and put this on to show that it was not a smuggling mission, but instead it was a captain. Because remember, if you have missions that you've already completed successfully, you get to cash them in to reduce or improve your die rolls. So I'm putting that there because I'm going to hand in both of these, and I'm going to take $2,000. I want to get to my next tier of ship. If we're going to be playing a gun game, I need to be bringing my behemoth to the battlefield. So I'm going to take $2,000. We do score another point, so we're up to 2 points now because we did that from delivering the captain, and the captain gave us another 1,000. So we're actually sitting on 3,000 right now. Okay, I'm ending my turn inside of Kemplar, and so all of this is rearming, and we get all of our energy back. And then we have to do what's called like an exploration part. And so I'm going to draw, looking at my spots, I have a spot here. I'm going to do this one way out here, and we're going to match the circle. And it's going to come out and look like that. Another exploration token on the board. All right, so to refresh our memories, we can reveal all those exploration tokens, but this is a once per game thing, and they just stay on the board, but we can at least reveal them so we can see what the bonus is. We can mess with the market. When we do a scan, we can grab the bottom 5. I keep forgetting to do that, so let's remember to do that. And in fact, I can do that before I end my turn because I'm in Kemplar and the shields are down. So let's do that. We're going to use that right now. So I'm going to just turn it over. This is block all damage, and this is don't get destroyed. Both of which are going to save our butts. And then this one, we can teleport to the kiln, which may also... This one actually is very, very nice to have. I've enjoyed that immensely. It also can help us, by the way, if we're trying to score 5 points in one turn. So, with this planetary shield being down, I can spend an energy before we ended our turn and scan here. And I'm going to scan from the bottom 5 tiles. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And let's pick whichever one we want to bring out. Well, I don't necessarily want that one. Do I want planet? This is a lawful planet. No, I want him on the dead bottom. A gate would be a good idea, but this is the best one yet. Look at that. We got Smuggler's Den. Woo! All right, so that's going to go just like that. Oh my gosh, that was beautiful. I'm going to put the gate on top and then these two on the bottom. And there we go. All right, now we're cooking with Pam. So we got that in place. Like I said, I ended my turn and I revealed that tile way up there. That's fine. And now let's get out the NPCs. First of all, the sellsword is going to be right here. Next, the scoundrel doesn't come out. The enforcer does, and he's going to be right there. So the enforcer is a very difficult one to try to take out in the early game. But now that I have the sellsword helping me out, that might not be so bad. So I'm just taking the AI cards. I always have to reorganize them between missions. All right, so the enforcer is coming out, and his AI is going to be 2-4. He's single-minded. Any ship that enters Loth, player if tied. If no target, move twice to outside Loth planetary entrance. If target, move to target twice. If in range, attack twice. So even if we have a bounty on us, he's not going after us. So as long as we don't go into Loth, we're fine. Oh my gosh, what a dumb AI this is. I mean, I like the idea, but not even the scoundrel goes into Loth. And so that's very interesting. So we can shoot him down, gain a bounty, and he's still not going to come after us. So this is actually huge for us. All right, so we're ending our turn, and I don't have the sellsword, so he's not doing anything. He's just sitting there. And the AI is going to roll to see if they score. And they rolled a 9, and so yes, they're going to score 1 point. So we're at 2-1. All right, it's back to us. I'm sitting on $3,000. The enforcer is looking tough, but let's do an engine action first. Oh, a whole 1 there. So we get to add 3, so we got a 4. Okay, so I will go, because remember the shields are still down. I'm going to go 1, 2, 3. 17 is works, I take it. And then I'm going to go here for 4, so I got to roll again. And I rolled 8 damage. So I'm going to use a shield to try to block that. And I rolled a 4. But remember, my shields get a +5 because of our campaign bonus. So I blocked all the damage, but I did have to use one of my actions. And I gained a green cube from this Explorer token. I only have 1 place to put it. And I'm going to spend $1,000 and we're going to hire the sellsword. That was the whole reason for doing that. And while I'm there, actually, that's right. Now that I've ended my turn, I'm going to scan here. And we're going to line up to the arrow that I'm standing over top of. Okay, there it is. There's Loth. So that's going to show up there. And the NPCs will spawn after my turn is over, I believe, is when it spawns. No, actually, they spawned right away. I'm sorry about that. So he is there. They only spawn after my turn if it's during the expansion piece, you know, that's as soon as my turn ends. I am probably not going to go into Loth because the enforcer wants to go to Loth. But we're going to try to kill that scoundrel. In fact, that's my next action. So I have 2 here. I'm gonna arm my missile and fire. And as you can see, I'm within 3 spaces of him, so I have line of sight and I can get him. That was like the perfect tile to come up. All right, he rolls this for his shield, and then we roll the same thing. So let's roll his shield first. He rolled a 5, but remember, I have a piercer, so we reduced it to a 1. And then we're gonna roll, and we rolled a 6. And remember, our campaign bonus is we get to add +5, so 11 minus 1, we just did 10 damage to this guy. This scoundrel just took 10 damage from us. That I can't tell you enough how much that feels good. All right, so we still have 1 more armed marker. We still haven't gained a bounty yet, so I think I'm gonna try to go. So the problem is Loth would let me sell that green cube, and that would end up causing the Enforcer to chase me down. It's really nice to be able to shoot at the Enforcer when he's not shooting back. And that's the situation of this scenario. We got super lucky. Actually, let's get the scoundrel behavior figured out. 2, 4, 6, 8. He's an opportunist. He's going after the player if damaged or carrying cargo cubes. All right. Well, I am carrying a cargo cube, so he will go after me. And so we'll put that out. And I still got 1 more action. So, oh, and I also have my impulse. So we'll go ahead and do that. We also got to get the economy board set up. So let's do this real quick. 4. Three. 2. 5. And 5. Oh, I skipped 1. Good thing I rolled the same thing for both. Okay, so if I go to Kempler, I could buy those 2 orange. The thing is, I don't have room to be a cargo guy. I do want to sell this cargo, which means going to Loth, and I loathe the idea. Can't do it, because I don't want that Enforcer chasing me down. The game rules have so far worked very much in my favor there. So I think, if anything, I just want to get away from the scoundrel. So, yeah, we're going to activate our engine and see how far we can go. So I rolled a whopping 1. I get to add +3, so I'm at 4. And since the borders are down, I don't think you gain bounty. That's the thing. You don't get a bounty for going into the various areas. The Smuggler's Den only lets you buy cubes, though. So that's the problem with going to the Smuggler's Den. But I can go 1, 2, 3, 4, and let's get a mission. Oh, and they're all bounty stuff, so I need to pick up a missile outfit and deliver it to Neo Vostok, which is an asteroid area. I don't have that yet. Fly to any dead world, and then go to a player, and they always snitch. So as long as I roll 11 through 20, I get 4,000 bucks and a 2,000 bounty. Ooh, I sort of like that one. Or this one, I have to go to Blench, which is also not on the board. Looks like another asteroid area. So I'm going to do the counterfeit just because it's the only one I can actually do. And that's actually a pretty good one. And I will use my impulse drive, which lets me move 3. And I'm going to go 1, 2, actually 1, 2, 3. I'm going to go straight across like that because the shields will still be down next round. I'm going to put this on now, but this is for the end of this round. And so there are 2 right now out of 3 on that particular event. And I'm going to go ahead and end my turn. So this is the only one that's going to draw, and we're going to match the T here. And we got a gate. Okay, because of my edge of my table, it's going to be a little bit of an angle, but that's fine. I can move this a little. There we go. All right, so that's done. And now the sellsword activates first. So he's going to go 1, 2, 3, and he rolls 2d6. He rolled 1 armor. We rolled 6 damage and 2 damages. 8 minus 1 is 7. The scoundrel is destroyed. So we get $2,000 for that. And since he's destroyed, we also get a fame point. So we are up to 3 now, and a new event came out. Take a sell action that generates 4 or more cargo cubes of a type that is in demand. Ooh. All right, well, that's a tough one for us to do with our current situation. But I like that we at least scored a point. All right, so the rules were a little nebulous. In the base game, everybody lost a turn before they came back. Like, their entire turn would be just respawning. And then the next turn after that is when they actually get to do actions. Well, with the expansion, it's very clear that the player no longer has to skip a turn. So they spawn immediately and take actions immediately, but they spawn with some damage. It doesn't say that the NPC changed. So my interpretation of that is that the NPCs still lose a turn. So this scoundrel will reappear, but he's gonna, next turn, which is actually now. His turn is right now. So he's spawning back on, but that's all he's gonna do. Okay, and then I'm putting a damage cube on the scoundrel to show that we did 1/3 of our mission. We do need to get the enforcer. Okay, so the enforcer is going to do nothing. Oh, actually, he flies to the entrance. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 9 is what he does. So he's going to fly to the entrance to Loth, and that's where he's going to stay. Okay. Roll die for the AI. It's a 2. They scored 0 points. Boy, that was a gift. Okay, so now it's our turn. This is the last turn that the shields are going to be down. And you know what? I was thinking, okay, I'm going to fly to the dead world and do this mission. But there's a part of me, it's like, you know what? We should just take out this enforcer while we can. Although the scoundrel's going to come after me. Nope, I'm going to do the mission. So we were inside the planet, so everything refreshed. Okay, so let's do an engine. I rolled a 2. So I get to add 3 to that, so it becomes a 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And I'm going to do another engine action. Oh, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. That's just enough to get to the mission on the dead world. And so we did the first part of this, so now I got to go next to an NPC. And per the rules, they always snitch. So you never get the launder, which is awesome, but they're always going to snitch. So I'm hoping to get the bottom piece. We'll see. Okay, so I'm all the way over on the other end of the universe. I could try to get some exploration tokens while I'm down there. I need the monies. So I think I need to go back to the kiln. Now, because the kiln is where I could do this, and the kiln could be the snitch. It's an NPC. So I could go next to the kiln to finish this counterfeit mission. So I only have 1 more activation. Let's try it. Let's see how much movement I can get out of this. I got a 5. So that turns into an 8. And an 8 is good. 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm gonna roll. I rolled an 11. 5, 6, 7, 8. And it's just enough to be next to the kiln. And I'm going to dock inside the kiln. on the mission space. So before I'm docking in the kiln, I'm resolving this. So I need an 11 through 20. I got an 18. That's perfect. So I get 4,000 bucks. And I get a 2,000 bounty, which doesn't do anything for me at the moment because no one's hunting bounties. All right, so we just finished a counterfeit mission. That does give me a point, so I'm up to 4 points now. And we have to draw an event. Players may not purchase more than 1 fame point per turn using wealth. Oh, I thought you could only purchase 1 per turn anyways. I didn't know you could do more than 1. At the start of your turn, take a gift and rearm markers if needed. If you're 2 behind the leader, gain 3 energy, blah, blah, blah. And the card never leaves play. So if we ever fall behind the leader, we get stuff. Interesting. Okay, so now I'm going into the kiln, which is going to let me draw for more missions. So we have a coerce here that goes to Farron's Call. We have a transport. There is a nebula. And yeah, they would use this to heal. And then this one is any debris field, which there is. It's another one of those snitch ones, or counterfeit one. I'll take another counterfeit one. And yeah, I mean, doing missions, it's really funny. You would think, man, you should have taken the mission quest one. But the thing with doing missions is you need to score 15 points. And even if you kill all 3 of the NPCs, you're only going to get, you know, you're still scoring, what is it, 1, 2, you're going to get 4 points from that. So you got to get 11 other points elsewhere. Okay, so here is 5 grand. Okay, I'm going to go to a tier 2 ship. And I can already tell you which tier 2 ship I'm doing. It is, oh my gosh, why can't I find it? We're going to do the Void Wasp. Oh, here we go. There was some more buried here. And of course I dropped stuff on the floor now. All right, we are upgrading to the Void Wasp. All right, he, of course, hasn't been used yet this game. We have a bounty of 2. And we're going to recharge everything because we're inside the kiln. And we still have that cargo cube. All these items are going to transfer. Easy Tiger is done for the moment. And we're going to score another point. So that puts us up to 5 points. All right. So why are we doing this? Easy Tiger, I'm sorry, Void Wasp, comes with his own blaster. Haha! So he's got this unique blaster that comes only with him. But just to put it in perspective, the cheapest blaster looks like this. You get to shoot it twice, and it's just like a basic engine in terms of size. This one is more compact, and you use it once and it shoots with both dice. So we can put that right there. And then we have our engine, and then we still have our missile and our shield. So now I can just move that over and do that, and then we have a Pierce 4. And what I would do is, I've got to think this through a second. Give me a second. We're going to do it that way, like that. And then this Pierce there for a -4, okay? And so then I'm going to spend another 1,000 here. And we're going to get a second piercer of -4. And look at this bad boy. That's a -8 for the missile and a -8 for the blaster because they're next to both of them. So we just provided the -4 to both. Sweet. Now, I don't have room for the cube anymore, and I sort of don't care, but that means then that the NPCs are going to get +2 because I'm jettisoning it. But that is our beautiful bonus with the Void Wasp. So we are getting a bit more powerful, so we can start taking down some NPCs here. Okay, so I do have to end my turn, but before then, the kiln moves. 1, 2, 3, like that. And then we're going to take the top tile, and where's it going to go? I think it has to go here. We're going to line the square, and we got the chasm. I have to keep removing everything because the universe keeps expanding onto the edge of the table. Dang, second law of thermodynamics. All right. Okay. So then we're gonna get to go with our so our ship, our buddy the sellsword, he's going to attack the enforcer now, because we would like to take out the scoundrel, yes, but the enforcer is a bigger deal because we want to get all three. The enforcer has awesome weapons, but it's his defense is a D12. Okay, so the sellsword's going to have a hard time against him. The sellsword's pretty good at taking out the scoundrel. Now, the scoundrel only goes after us if we're carrying cargo cubes or if we're damaged, and we're neither right now. So we could keep going after the scoundrel, which will get us money and points. I'm sort of worried because if the D12 roll is high enough, the 2 D6s are not going to do anything for the sellsword. But because even against the scoundrel, he only did, well, he did 7 damage, but that was a good outcome for him. Let's try it. We'll go against the enforcer, and if it doesn't work well, we'll switch strategies from here on out. So this is how it's going to look. So yeah, he's blocking 6 damage, and so the first one's completely blocked, and then see, he did 0 damage total. Now he would gain bounty and whatnot, and he does. He gets a bounty of 1,000, so the sellsword has another 1,000 on him. But because of the way the AI is working out, nobody cares, and nobody's going to go after him. And then the enforcer, or first of all, the scoundrel does nothing, and then the enforcer is going to just go sit at the entrance. The AI is working out perfectly for us, folks. I mean, there's nothing, they're not even like getting in our way at this point. They're not fighting back, nothing. So let's roll for them. And it's a 13, and I have to add 2, which doesn't hurt us. So we're going to 15, and that's, I believe, 2 points. So they're up to 3. We're winning 5-3 right now. And it's our turn. So I would have loved to have gotten a better engine and whatnot, but I couldn't. So I'm gonna do a D6. This is my engine. That's 2 + 3 is 5. So we're gonna come out. And now my mission was to go into a debris field, but that's on the other end of the map. So I'm just gonna go 1, 2. What we're gonna do is 3, 4, and then 5. So this was a 16, so we're okay there. We got this, which is an ice damage. Ooh, that's not good. So that means I have to end my turn in a planet, and the only planet that'll take me is the kiln. And I'm definitely not going to waste my once per game skill to block that damage. I mean, I could block it with a shield. Dang it. You know, using a shield just to block 1 damage stinks, but I'm going to do that. It doesn't matter what I roll, I block it. So I am using a shield action. And then I'm going to have to do another engine action. So I rolled a 3, plus a 3 is 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And so I got line up on the Enforcer, so I'm going to use my last action and do a missile attack on the Enforcer. Our missile attack is a D8. So his defense was an 8, and it goes to 0 because we have 2 piercers. And then we just did 7 damage to the Enforcer. This is almost like taking candy from children. We got so lucky. All right, unfortunately, or no, see, I have no actions left. That's my problem. So, Easy Tiger lets me re-roll a die, which is great, but, so I can do this to get a point, or I can do this to get 2,000 bucks. I want to get my tier 3 ship, so I'm going to do this to get 2,000 bucks. So we are now at 4,000. Remember, we need, I think, 8 to be able to get the next tier ship, but that'll get us another point. And then it'd be really nice if we can get some maybe level 3 engines and blasters and missiles, oh my, right? So I could do an impulse, which I will, and I'm going to be right next to the Enforcer for next turn. So I'm going to go 1, 2, 3 like this, and I will spend 1 energy to explore here, and it's that situation. And then I have to spend 4 energy to rearm my ship. So my challenge is I'm eventually probably going to have to go into Loth because I got a bounty on me, which, by the way, went up to 3,000 because I attacked him again. I have a 3,000 bounty, and I think I eventually do have to go into Loth because I need to repair and recharge my energy, and there's no planet near me. Kemplar won't take me anymore, and the kiln is pretty far away. You know what? I could go into Smuggler's Den. Never mind, I forgot about that. Smuggler's Den is very close. Okay, so now the sellsword goes, and we're going to go back to just picking on the scoundrel. So sellsword, well, the scoundrel rolled 8 shields, so this is 2 plus 2. The scoundrel did no damage again. So that's over, and now I could put a planet here or a planet, something way up there. I'm going to go way up there and match the T, and there it is. Neo Damascus has come out. And Neo Damascus sorry if you're not able to see real well. So we got a planet, and then the merchant just spawned. So it is a neutral planet, so I could land there if I'm picking on the merchant. But now it means the merchant's going to be scoring points for them. So let's find out what his behavior is going to be. It's this one. He's corrupt. What is this? Oh my gosh. Oh, that's an Enforcer behavior. Okay, sorry. I pulled out the wrong one. So it'd be this situation. He's the usual suspect. That was an Enforcer AI. Okay, so he's going to go to the sell space on the next trade route. He's going to move and then get it. It's the same one we had last game. So he's at Neo Damascus. He's going to try to go to Kemplar. The only thing working out in our favor here is he avoids these gravity belts. So he's going to have to go quite a bit around. So, for example, these 2 guys aren't doing anything. So he's going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. Man, it's enough to get there. So then he's going to go back around 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. All right, so it's not quite enough to get to the next one. So basically, at the current rate, he's always going to just have a +2 to his die roll. We do need to get some more planets out there so he can move around more. So I'm going to roll for him. That 19 becomes a 21, which does hurt us. He scores 3 points. And so he is now in the lead with 6. And we got Traveler. So here you got to do a lot of movement. You got to go through all these gates, and they're not revealed yet, so it's a worthless one. So it is now our turn, and we are 1 turn behind him, or we're only 1 point behind him, so none of these trigger. Dang it. So none of those trigger yet. Okay, I'm going to start, and I'm going to attack the Enforcer. And I'm going to start with our blasters. So we're going to do this. Remember, I pierce 8. So his armor is 0. That's 6. Plus 5 is 11. On top of his 7, that's 18. He has 17 hit points. We just blew up the Enforcer. So Enforcer is out. And the Enforcer, on kill, collect any credits on this card. Does he start with any? Only if he kills people with bounties, which he doesn't. And we get 2 victory points for that, though. So we scoot past him, and we're at 7. And most importantly, we got... I'm going to have to use cargo cubes, because if I put damage cubes on them, I keep confusing them. Okay, all cubes on the economy board are placed into the supply. All right, so this is that economic crash. No big deal, but it doesn't help us or them. So we did that, and now I'm going to use our impulse, which always refreshes every turn. I just forgot to do that. And I'm going to use the impulse here to go 1, 2, 3. And then we're going to do a missile, line of sight on him. And the missile uses a D8, so we're going to roll for his armor. Actually, we didn't even need to roll for his armor, but anyways, we canceled it. And so now we roll for our missile, and we did a whopping 3 damage to the scoundrel. Not quite as good as the 10. Oh, folks. I keep forgetting to add the +5. So that was 3 plus 5. That's 8 damage to the scoundrel. We get +5 to everything. We get +5 against the... oh, gosh. That was really goober of me. Okay, so that's 2 of our actions there. And then I'm going to... Let's use some engine. And we're going to head towards the merchant. So... That's a 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And then the last one, I rolled a 9. The problem is he's going to end his turn inside of Kempler, and I won't be able to get him when he's in there. Unless I try to go through the border. I guess I could do that. The other thing I can try to do... You know what? So I was thinking I need to dock here because I need to get energy. I'm down to 5 energy. I'm going to spend 4 rearming my ship. Oh. You know, if I go to the kiln, it just feels like such a waste, but I think that's what I got to do. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I go to the kiln. I need to replenish my energy here. I want to get back up to 10 energy, and then this would have cost me 4 of whatever I had left, so I was going to be down to like 1. So, oh, and by the way, my bounty keeps going up. I'm not sure it matters, but my bounty is getting higher and higher. I do have 4,000 bucks, but I don't have room to upgrade anything. So I don't even have room to put on armor or anything like that. So I do need to get to that tier 3 ship, which requires money. And I was going to try to do my mission, which would give me the money. That would have given me 9 points. I would have to go to the dead world. I would have been able to make it. Oh, I can do it. I can do it. Here's my plan. Here's my plan. I think I was here, right? Or I was there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Oh my gosh, am I one space away? There's nothing I can do. I could have spent an energy to re-roll my engine die a while ago, but I had a maximum roll. I rolled a perfect roll this last time. So if I were able to get here, I would have been able to do the mission and then come back to the kiln as part of my ability. But I'm gonna have to just go to the kiln because the energy was too much. So I didn't have enough movement, folks. So I'm gonna have to end, and then we're gonna spawn a tile here on the T. And it's our first, I think this is our first asteroid one. And then the Enforcer is going to spawn there and lose a turn. Scoundrel is going to do nothing. And then the Merchant is going to, on his first move, make it to here. And then on his second move, make it to there. So he gets a +2. I guess they're going to be definitely within shooting range of us. And there's an 8, which is going to get them a 1 point. So we're tied at 7. Okay, next turn. Oh, we get to shoot at the Scoundrel, our sellsword. So there's the Scoundrel. Oh gosh, he rolled at 8 armor again. There's 5. And 5 is 10, so we at least did 2 damage to him. Scoundrel's up to 10 damage. Okay, so it's our turn, and we're gonna pop out of the kiln here. And then go, so we would use our impulse, right? So we're gonna move 3 using our impulse. All right, and so then I'm going to do the blaster. And so he gets to roll a d12. And we blocked all that damage, and we're going to roll 2 of these. So 3 plus 1. I'm going to spend an energy to re-roll this. Plus 6 is 9. Plus 5 more is 14. And the Merchant has 20. So 14 damage, but we're not done, folks. First 50 colors gets to add on a free missile. And this Merchant happened to be the first 50 colors. So we rolled a 4 for the Merchant, so he has no armor. And then we roll our d8, and I rolled a 2, plus 5 is 7. A 14 and 7 is enough. He is destroyed. We destroyed the Merchant. Okay, for killing the Merchant, we collect any credits on the card, which is going to be 1,000. He always starts the game with 1,000. And we get a fame point. And of course, we get another 1,000 onto our bounty. So the bounty is up to 5. Actually, I'm not sure. Like, since I attacked him 2 different times, I think it's 6 now. Because the NPC, the Solitaire rules, your bounty goes up every single time. Okay, so that was our impulse plus 2 actions. We're sitting on 5,000, by the way. That's how much we have. And let's not forget our fame points. We're up to 8 for destroying him. And he, of course, is out. We don't have the ability to attack anymore. I forgot to do the kiln thing. So the kiln would have been a little bit closer, but that doesn't matter. So with my impulse, I would have moved to there. Okay, so we're at 8 out of 15 points. We need to go do our mission. So I'm gonna do an engine action. And we rolled a 2, plus 3 would be 5. I'm gonna spend an energy to re-roll. Oh, now it's a 4, yay. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4. Now, let's try again, last action. 4 plus 3 is 7. 1, 2. We're fine. 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, so we went to the mission portion of the counterfeit. So we were able to collect the debris. I'm sorry, it has to, oh, it's a debris. Oh, crap. So we said 7, right? And we went 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So we need to go all the way up here, 7, up to there. It's not quite enough. So I will spend an energy and let's reveal that field. And we do have a planet, Tig, there, that we can try to land on. And another exploration token, never hurts. I'm out of actions. So I gotta spend 4 energy. I'm down to 3, and I'm rearming my ship. And unfortunately, I gotta, okay, so now we're gonna do the sellsword on the scoundrel. Okay, 6 armor. He did no damage. All right, the merchant is going to spawn here, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And then we forgot to expand the universe. So the expansion we will do all the way up here. So we're going to do this one. Straight line. Going to look like that. Okay, so they don't get any bonus to their die rolls because the merchant was dead. They rolled a 6. They are going to get 1 point. We're tied at 8-8. This is very close. The killing business doesn't net you a lot of points here. Okay, I still need to do my mission because if I do my mission, I'm going to get points. So I'm 4 away. And so I'm going to activate my crappy engine. 2 plus 3 is 5. That's been the issue. I need a better engine. 1, 2, 3, 4. So there, I just did the counterfeit mission, but now I got to go to an NPC. So I can go after progress tokens, which could score me points. But I think what I want to do... Oh, I moved the wrong thing. I'm going to go back to the kiln. I'm using my once per game ability to go back to the kiln. And I'm using ships that shouldn't even be in the game anymore. This is my new ship. Should be using that. Okay, I'm at the mission space on the kiln because I'm going to hand in this mission. And remember, he always snitches. So that 4 would be a negative snitch outcome. So I'm going to spend an energy to re-roll. And then that 6 is a negative, so I'm going to spend an energy to re-roll. There we go. I got a positive outcome, which gets me 4,000 bucks. I do get a 2,000 bounty on my head. So So my bounty is up to 8,000 now. Okay, so a couple things going on. I still have 3 armed activations, and I also have my impulse drive, even though I keep forgetting to turn it over. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to activate my engine. Doesn't matter, I don't need to roll. Well, actually I do. I'm back at the kiln. So, you know what? I didn't have to go inside the kiln to do this. Well, never mind. I had to because that's what my ability does. So I'm going to use one of my engine activations to just pop out here because I want to shoot the merchant. I'm going to use both of my leftover activations to do the blaster and the missile, and then my impulse is going to go back inside the kiln. Okay, so I'm going to roll twice for him. This is for the blaster. We get to subtract 8, so that means he has 4 shields against the blaster, and he's going to have 4 shields against, oh my gosh. Okay, so for the blaster, that's a 1. I'm going to spend my last energy to reroll. That's a 4, and then a 1. Okay, so we did 10 damage, minus the 4 is 6 damage to the merchant. And then we're going to do our missile, which is 5 plus 5 is 10, minus 4 is 6 more. So it's not enough to kill the merchant. We have 12 damage on the merchant. And then, like I said, we're going to go back inside. And I am going to try to get another mission. We do get a victory point for completing this mission, by the way. So we're up to 9. Here's the new title. Fly to a mission point in each one of these sectors in 1 turn. Not going to happen. Okay, so we got our victory point for doing the mission. We get to draw 3 new missions. Pick up a missile outfit. Farron's Call is now on the map. We could do that. The Samara Gate is not on the map. Ruins of Dromoth is on the map. So we could fly there and then deliver to Tig. Those are both on the map, actually. I mean, it's just an honorable mission, but I can't carry around a missile even if I wanted to. Where is Farron's Call? Way over there. You know what? I might do this because I can always sell the missile I have to just win the game, right? It could be like an end game thing. We'll see. We'll see. So that's done. And all right, I have 8,000 bucks here. I'm going to upgrade to a tier 3. What tier 3, do you ask? I have no idea, but it's going to be one that does a lot of damage, I can tell you that much. Okay, so this one we can spend 3 energy to teleport. I like it, but not for this mission. Target ships are dealt 3 damage and are pushed away from your ship. It's okay. Long haul. This one's for mission rolls. We want that for missions. Carriac. We can prevent damage to us, but that's... no one's doing damage to us. Oh my gosh, is that it? That's it. Where's our damage dealing ones? This is the nice one with the shuttle. Carriac blocks damage. I don't need that. So I guess I'm going to do the slow leak. I have to. Slow leak. Targets all adjacent ships. Or we can... this is a funny one. See... in your sector, I can spend 5 energy and then move ships towards the center, okay? I could do that on Loth and cause the scoundrel to go into Loth, and then that means now that the enforcer is going to be shooting at the scoundrel every turn. I could even Yeah, it would just work on the Scoundrel because they're all in the same sector. Or I can just do this and try to get points. And if I'm pushing them a space, ships pushed through borders roll as if they move there, but they do not receive bounty. All kills from borders are considered yours. Oh, yes, we're doing slow leak. Holy cow, is that... Okay, that's really good. That's even better than the other one. It does cost 3 energy, but hopefully we'll have a lot of energy on this ship. This is Shockwave, slow leak. Where is slow leak? Here we go. He's got a hold of 17. So he has 17 energy, folks. Holy mucker. So this is... I guess I got to be careful with how I move this stuff. Oh no, everything's recharging because I'm at the end of the turn. So we are inside the kiln. I got to move the kiln. Don't let me forget that. All right, so we have our bounty, the quicker picker upper. And I'm sitting on just $1,000 right now after doing this upgrade. I believe, so by doing that, I have, that situation. So what I can do is I can try to upgrade I really think I need to upgrade my engine. I only get 1,000 for selling that engine. I only have 1,000, so I'd only be able to buy a $2,000 engine. I wanted to get the Gucci one, but the $2,000 engine looks like this. It's really difficult to place. So what I would do then is put it like so. There's many ways to do this. In fact, I think another way to do it is like that. Even as a tier 3 ship, it's pretty busy, isn't it? It's not like I'm going to be able to upgrade my shields and my armor and everything to level 3, Like if I got a level 3 blaster, let's just put this in perspective. This is a level 3 blaster right here. It still only shoots twice, but it goes like this. I mean, it's taken up that much of our space. And then if I got a level 3 missile, it looks like this. And the only place that I could put that is right there, all the way across the ship like that. It's a D20, which is pretty freaking awesome. But that's, I'd probably have to lose some of my piercers. I mean, like if I did that, right? So let's think about this. So if that was gone, the engine would have to come down here somehow, right? And then I don't even know how I would be able to put the piercer. So like my blaster would only have one of the piercers, and then the other piercer would be, so the missile would have 2 piercers, the blaster would just have 1. And in fact, I don't even think I can do that. Because look, I got to fit the shield on there. But you know what? I would just sell the shield. In fact, I'm going to do that. Since no one's attacking me, I'm selling the shield for another 1,000, and we're going to get the Gucci engine. So with the Gucci engine, we're doing that. And we can do that and that with our missile. And then we have our 2 piercers like so. Okay, so for now, we're fine. That's what it's going to look like. But I just wanted to show you how crazy some of this gets. And then the best shield that you have in the game is this nonsense. So yeah, it can be used 3 times and it has a D12, but I mean, it's just really awful in terms of filling up your ship space. So anyways, that's our situation. Let's start our turn. I just realized, first of all, this thing is out of the game. So let's get that out of here. The whatchamacallit, kiln needs to move. So it's going to move one space to there. And we are going... Oh, that's right, I didn't take their turn yet. So let's take their turn. I'm going to reveal something right here. So the little square. I'm really shocked none of the planets are coming out. So here's another one of those. Okay, so Sellsword is going to go after... he rolls an 8 again. 1 plus 4, doesn't matter. It's Sellsword is doing nothing for us this game. Next, the merchant is going to add +2 and then go to 15 to there. The enforcer is going to go to the entrance of Loath. By the way, when you destroy them, you can always change the AI, which means you're going to just re-roll. The one thing I would re-roll for is possibly the the merchant. But I'm okay with him getting a +2. Most of the time, the +2 doesn't hurt us. Okay, now we're going to roll for them. And that's a 13. +2 doesn't hurt us at all. But they do score 2 points, and they're back in the lead. They're at 10 points. We're not shaking them right now, folks. So at the start of each round, we have to move two sectors. And if there's ever a 20, it dissipates. Oh, that's annoying. Okay. Now it's our turn. As you can see, the merchant is way over there. I can kill it for $1,000 and a bounty. Or, I'm sorry, and a fame point. He already has 12 damage on him, so it's not a bad deal. Plus, I'll get an exploration token along the way. I think I might do that. And then we'll deal with the enforcer and scoundrel next. All right, I'm looking at my ability that lets me push people. Yeah, it's a straight line away from your ship, so you can't like get fancy about that. Okay, all right, let's roll. I'm gonna do an action. We're gonna go on to our engine, and that's a 15 right there. So our ship is disappearing, and I gotta get out slow leak here. And it's this guy. So we're gonna come out right here for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And we got full energy, which doesn't do us any good at the moment. Okay, so we're gonna do our blasters. And all of his shields are penetrated. And our blasters are going to be 2d6, so that's 5, 10, 15. He is destroyed. So we destroy the merchant. We get 1,000. Merchant is out of the game again. We get a fame point, so we're tied with him again. I get another 1,000 to my bounty, which is up to 1,000,000 now. And that was my blasters. So now I'm going to activate an engine again. 7 plus 5, I'm sorry, +3 is 10. Don't get to add 5 because I don't have the GTS. So I'm gonna go, oh, these gravity fields suck. One, two, 2, 3, 4. I rolled a 2. That means I blow up. So I'm going to use my ability to prevent myself from blowing up. And 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. How much movement did I have? 10? 8, 9, 10. I can't even remember. So now I'm going to do my last action. That's a 15. And I'm going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And I'm going to spend 3 energy to use my ability, which the slow leak, and let's roll. Oh, I rolled a 2. You suck. So I'm going to spend 3 more energy. I'm down to 11. I rolled a 2 again. Come on. 3 more energy. A 5. Man, I'm doing awful with my rolls. Target ship is dealt 3 damage and pushed 1 ship away. Okay, so 3 damage goes on to the scoundrel, who currently has 10, and then he goes through the shield. And when he goes through the shield, he takes 7 more damage, and he's destroyed. So scoundrel's destroyed. I get 2,000 bounty from him, and I'm going to get a victory point. So I'm up to 11. And then, unfortunately, I do have to do 3 damage to the sellsword. Even though he is my friend, the sellsword takes 3 damage, and he goes through the shield. He goes through the shield successfully. And what's funny is now the enforcer is going after him. But my oven is beeping, so I have to pause for a few minutes and go take care of that, and I will see you and we will finish up this game.